Hi, I'm back in Holland for episode 2 of What Dutch People Eat. Let's go and eat. Wait a sec. Did I just say Holland? Sorry, my passport here says that this is a Koninkrijk der Nederlanden. This is the Netherlands, Nederland. So don't let anybody tell you it's Holland, even though the Dutch use Holland.com as their tourist board. This is the Netherlands. Let's eat. We've been here an hour and it's straight into the herring. The famous Dutch raw herring, served with onions and in this case some pickled gherkin. Lovely, thank you. Very, very fishy. If you'd like your fish cooked rather than raw, the other local specialty is this one, is kibbeling. It's one of the local fish here, little pieces, fried, bit of tartare sauce. That's very nice. This one's an acquired taste. The other variety of the herring is the rollmop, which is the herring wrapped around pickled onions and a pickled gherkin. So we'll see how that one goes. Nice, sour, fishy. By far, the biggest request or suggestion I had of food to try was stampot, which is the traditional evening meal for the Dutch. It's basically potato mixed with whatever vegetables. The first one I'm going to try is boerenkool. The boerenkool is potatoes mixed with, it's kale, but it's a special type of kale that has to have been subjected to frost. It's accompanied, of course, by sausage and or rookworst and appelmoes, which is apple sauce, which is the standard accompaniment with pretty much every warm meal that they have here in Holland. So let's give this one a go. It's got a little bit of light Dutch gravy on top, a bit of appelmoes. It's actually the nicest bit of nicest meal, including a bit of kale, that I've ever had. That's good stuff. Now, the next one I'm going to try is hutspot. Hutspot is basically potatoes, carrots and some onions, a little bit of nice gravy on top as well, and of course the rookworst comes with that as well, and the appelmoes, nice generous serving of apple sauce with that, and let's give this one a go. Bit of curry powder in this as well, that's how my mum makes it. It's alright. I like the boerenkool better. Now, after stampot, you've obviously got to have dessert, and one of the Dutch traditional desserts is vla, which is like a custard, but it's a Dutch take on custard basically. This is vanilla, and you can either have it by itself or you can mix it with another flavour. Hopjesvla is another one, which is like a caramel type one. So we'll mix that like that. There we go. How's that? You can almost feel your teeth rotting as you eat it. No, it's lovely and sweet. Delicious. Lovely. In episode 1 I showed you all of the sweet sugary stuff, the chocolate sprinkles etc. that the Dutch have for breakfast. There's obviously a healthy alternative as well, and that is the cheeses and sandwich meats. The common factor is though that the Dutch like to put on a big spread, make open sandwiches and eat them with a knife and fork. Very sophisticated. Cheese is an important part of daily life in Holland, and so is this thing. This is the kaasgaaf, the cheese slicer. Lots of different cheeses obviously. My personal favourite has always been what we call in Australia spiced Gouda. Here it's komijnenkaas. It's basically cheese spiced with cumin seeds. When I was a kid we called it pitjeskaas. So you basically slice it like this. Perfect thickness. voila! Accompanying a traditional breakfast like this, and lunch is very similar, is always a glass of milk. The Dutch love their glasses of nice cold milk. That said, some Dutch people have this taste for something called frikandel, which is buttermilk. I don't know how they make it, however, it appears that it's just normal milk that's been put out in the field somewhere and let to go really horrible and sour. So we'll give that a taste test as well. That is awful, absolutely awful. Stay away from the frikandel. Have your cheese, with a knife and fork. Have your cheese and on bread in the morning, but stay away from the frikandel. One of the most requested dishes or suggested dishes that I should try in the second edition is ewrten soup. It is a thick, hearty, definitely a winter dish soup. It's pea with sausage or worst in it, bits of carrot, absolutely delicious and one of my favourite Dutch dishes. That's fantastic. So if you find yourself in Brabant, you need to have the local specialty, which is worstenbrood. It looks like this, and apparently it's got mincemeat in it. We'll give it a go. I think this explains why Brabant has some of the grumpiest people in all of Holland, or Nederland. Sorry, only just. It tastes alright. They're not grumpy here. They're okay. They're nice people. I wouldn't go back for a second one though. Of course, if you're looking for a time of year to visit this beautiful country, I'd highly recommend the second half of April when it's flower season. It's not just the food you've got to try when you come, it's also the beer or the drink. Here's a great example of how absolutely obsessed this country is with adding all sorts of different flavours to things. We've got beer. You think normal beer? No, they've come up with orange flavoured, lime and mint flavour, and grapefruit flavour. So, hey, it's all got to be done in the name of research. I'm going to start with the one that I think is probably going to taste worst. This is grapefruit. Here we go. Cheers. Yeah. Not brilliant. Second cab off the rank will be the lemon and mint flavoured beer from our friends at Amstel. Cheers. I would say that is probably worse than the grapefruit. So our last hope is the orange flavoured beer from Amstel. Alright, let's give this a go. Cheers. Fruity flavoured beers just don't work. Next on the list is uitsmijters, which is particularly useful after a hard night on this. It's a Dutch fry-up. Egg, cheese, ham on some bread. Perfect morning filler. Great. Uitsmijters are served on fresh bread rather than toast. For some reason, the Dutch really don't go for toast. For the best uitsmijters, head for a traditional cafe or pub, which is fitting really because they're generally the cause of the hangover in the first place.
The best uitsmijters in Amsterdam. Cheers.
We've reached Amersfoort and it's time for an absolute Dutch institution, the frikandel. This is a frikandel special, which is curry sauce, mayonnaise and onions. It's some sort of meat. Nobody can actually tell me what sort of meat it is. There could be anything in this. Let's give it a go. You can feel the goodness just oozing through your body as you eat this thing. Thank God for the sauce, because the meat itself, well, I'm not so sure. It's our final meal here, so it's got to be pancakes. Our farewell from Holland. They take pancakes very, very seriously here. You can do them sweet, you can do them savoury. Either way, they are massive and they're delicious. Obviously, if they're sweet, you've got to add a bit of stroke on them as well. This is it, the very last bite of this episode of What Dutch People Eat. I can honestly say I am well and truly stuffed. I'm eating nothing but broccoli for the rest of the week, but highly recommend, visit this country and enjoy the food. Cheers.